Joe and I have been riding our bikes on this trail in our area for the past 8 months or so, and I've been vlogging with this Canon PowerShot ELPH 340HS camera on a small tripod. Now I want to start using my Canon G7X Mark II, but that's a heavier camera, so I decided to upgrade and buy a different tripod. So let's get right into the review. Welcome to Bear Pantry Talk. This is the sister channel to the Bear Pantry Show. This is where you're going to find honest reviews, exciting unboxings, do-it-yourself projects, and engaging commentary. Okay, let's unbox this, guys. So it's a $20 tripod, and it did say that it can tolerate the weight of the Canon G7X Mark II camera, okay? So here's our little manual, the tripod itself, and it's supposed to be a very flexible tripod, okay? Came with a little bag, and I guess this is for the cell phone. Yeah, I'll find some use for this. Okay, let's see what else came in here. I don't know what this is for, but we'll figure it out. So it's supposed to be very flexible, and you can wrap it around a tree limb or a pipe or even a bicycle handle. Are you having trouble with your skin or hair? Who isn't these days, right? Because of the stress of the pandemic and the fact that we have to wear a mask all day, the fact that we have to wash or sanitize our hands every 2 seconds, and we can't even go to the hair salons because a lot of them are still shut down. It's a hot mess, right? But don't despair, I have the answer for you. Satura Hair and EOS Skincare. Satura combines their extensive knowledge of medicine and cosmetology with their profound understanding of how to harness the effects of natural ingredients. Check the video in the card above to see the review that I've done on this company, and then click on the link below to check out these awesome products. So you didn't think that I was going to give you an affiliate link and not give you a discount code, right? Put in the words Bear Pantry to receive free shipping. This is day 1 of testing out the tripod. I have the phone attachment. I don't know how to put it on to make the phone be profiled to use at Facebook Live. So this would have to be YouTube Live if I wanted to go live. So we're going to start off with the phone on the attachment. Well, the phone on the tripod first, okay? So the phone attachment is on, and it's pretty secure. We're at our bike trail, that's why you hear all that noise. So now let's set it up on the bike and see how it works. I have it wrapped through the basket and around the handlebar, and I've even tied it with these little crocheted strings because I don't trust. My first time testing, right? So I have to be careful. And we're going to start off with the phone attachment. It does feel secure. I don't feel like my phone's going to slip out and fall to the floor. But see, I'm going to bend it through here even more. Now let's take a look at the ride through the lens of the phone. It is very bumpy, guys. I was doing a live event at this time right here, and it was a very bumpy ride for my viewers, so I don't think I would use the phone attachment to ride. So now I've switched it out to the Canon ELPH camera. So I have it seated here, and I still have it very secure. So I feel confident. Now let's take off. I'm filming with the Canon G7X Mark II because I want you guys to see if this thing is like wobbling left to right or back and forth. And it's not, it's pretty sturdy. Now let's see how it does when we go into these dips, like getting off the sidewalk and getting on to the other sidewalk. Let's see. Okay. My other tripod that I've been using, when I go like right at the spot right here, the camera, the whole camera will like fall backwards. But it doesn't fall off of the thing, but it would fall backwards. So now this is through the lens of the same little purple camera, the Canon ELPH. So it's pretty decent. The ride is not too bumpy like the way it was with the cell phone. But this is flat surface with just some cracks in the road, right? Let's see what happens when we get off the sidewalk. Let's see. Let's mount this part of the sidewalk. Yeah, about the same thing like my other tripod was doing. Not too bad at all. Now I'm gonna come on a big dip here. And then another one. This is where my chain went out before on my bike and I was without brakes, guys. Okay, I'm going to stop and switch to the Canon G7X Mark II, which is the camera that I want to use. That's why I bought this tripod, right? So let's see. Oh, I just love the quality of the picture on this camera so much. It seems so cinematic, you know. That's why I want to start using this on the trail for you guys, because this trail is 21 miles long and we're trying to get to the end one of these days. And I hear it's beautiful going towards the end, so I want to start using this camera. So now I'm going very slowly here, not just because of the tight maneuver and traffic and stuff, but because I'm so afraid that this camera is going to fall off the stand. I feel so insecure about this right now. Okay, so just another little dip before we get to the car. And we're here. Let me go ahead and shut this camera off. And it doesn't have a quick release head, so we have to unwind the camera. And a little side note, if you tighten the camera too tight on this head thing, it starts to split the camera in two, especially the little Canon ELPH, the purple camera. So see, if you twist it like this underneath the camera, you're kind of taking this head off. Honestly guys, I don't know how I feel with this thing with the Canon G7X Mark II on top of it, especially dropping into the little dips and pits. That's why I went so slowly towards the end. I would still have to test some more, and I need some means of catching my camera if it's gonna fall. This is my Virgin Voyage, guys. I want to ride around here first though. See if I could change. And this is another day and another ride. This is the Canon ELPH, but I'm on a different bike. I'm not on the McCargy Rover. I think that was the bike I had. I'm now on a Kent Ladies Cruiser, and the handles are a little bit different. The handlebars are skinnier, and the little space between the two ends is kind of narrow. So I'm trying to see if this is gonna work. I still have the tripod strung through the basket and onto the handlebar, and this is the Canon ELPH that I'm using. So the ride is still good. It's not bumpy. Now let's switch out the camera to the Canon G7X Mark II, the heavier camera. Oh, look at the quality again, guys. The quality of this camera cannot be beat. So I feel a little bit more secure with this, the way it is sitting on this bike handle. This is a different bike, of course. It seems a little bit more steady too, not as bumpy. And I feel like the camera is sitting on the head of the thing really securely. I just have to make sure, like when I go into the bumps, the whole tripod won't like rock backwards or forwards. And that will have my camera hanging. Although in some of the reviews I've seen, they have the camera hanging upside down off of stuff. But I don't think I would trust hanging my camera upside down off of a bike in motion. You know what I mean? So just enjoy the view, guys. Now when I get in the car, I'm going to see how it does on the visor, okay? Normally when I vlog from the car, I put this other thing here up there on the visor. So I'm testing this one out. This one likes to fall off the visor. So let's see how this one does. Another day and another ride. This is the Canon ELPH, and of course it's going to be bumpy in those dips. But all in all, I think this tripod is standing up. So let me go ahead and give you guys my summary. I'm trying to straighten out the legs to make them be as straight as when the thing first came, but I don't think that's possible. So I don't know, you know, like when you bend it like this and hang it on a tree and do all that good stuff, I don't know at what point this is going to stop doing that, because I assume that it will eventually. But I won't have to find out because I'm just going to leave this on my bike. Once I get my new basket for my new bike, I'm going to wrap this around the handles and through the basket or whatever, and it's just going to stay there. So now the hardest part is just getting the camera off because it doesn't have like a quick release thing, but I knew that going into it. If you start like screwing this underneath the camera, it just kind of screws this off of the head of the screw, so it's not there. So you want to leave that alone and just kind of wind the camera on top, and don't do it too hard, too tight, I should say, because you're gonna split your camera in two. My little purple camera is starting to get split in two, guys. This part here, this ring, is to loosen it up and make it be all that. Now Jada has already used the phone attachment because she had to play the piano for her class, because she's taking classes online right now because of the pandemic, and she had to play the piano for a test, and so she put it on this thing and aimed it downwards, and she was able to do her test. So I might end up buying another one of these. Why? Because it's right at that $20 price point, which is what makes me feel comfortable. When things start costing $25, $29, $30, $35, I tend to kind of back off on how quickly I buy it. But 20 and less, that's a good price point for me. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Would this be something that you would buy even if you're not a content creator? Would you like it for your phone? Don't you go live sometimes on your phone? You want to tape some stuff? So I like it so far. It took me a while to start trusting it with my Canon G7X Mark II. And even so, I'm still a little bit nervous. But it's not that I think it's going to fall off of this. Is that I want to make sure it doesn't do this, like fall backwards when I drop into some of those dips, because that's what the other tripod has done with even the smaller Canon ELPH camera. It tends to do that. I don't want it to do that. I want it to just stay firm. So I'll come and give you guys an update again on this in the future, okay? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and of course, I look forward to your comments. See you guys again next video. Bye-bye. Remember, guys, we are not purchasing this book, because if you do, the only people that are making money from the book sales are my ex-distributor, Amazon, and anybody else who sells books online. What I need for you guys to do is purchase this book. This is my book of Belizean recipes, 120 recipes inside. They're all easy, fun, simple, and you guys are going to enjoy them. Take a look inside the book.